From Louisiana's News Channel, you're watching 9 News at 10 on WAFB.
Good evening, I'm George Sells.
And I'm Donna Britt. Today marks the 25th year anniversary of an event that literally shook an entire town.
A mile-long train derailed, causing a massive chemical spill in Livingston Parish and forced thousands of people to evacuate their homes for weeks. As WAFB's Keitha Nelson reports, one family now has a special reminder of that frightening time.
The world started shaking almost. It's just a horrible sound all at once.
Wayne Henderson remembers these glaring sights and sounds. Massive smoke clouds sailing in the sky, tankers blowing up, causing ferocious flames.
How horrified it was, you know. Thank goodness I've never been in a war, but I can almost imagine what it must have been for a big bomb to fall. I thought really that a bomb had been dropped.
2.5 decades later, and these tracks appear abandoned. Quite a contrast to these blazing tankers lined up in the same area during a frightening time for many. Homes destroyed, people forced to live in shelters, and families scattered.
We had no way of contacting our friends and family. Nobody had beepers and pagers hardly in those days.
It was just a big commotion.
Carolyn Henderson was 9 months pregnant at the time. The explosions and burning went on for days, causing multiple chemical spills, forcing families in Livingston to evacuate. The Hendersons fled to Denham Springs. So while all of this went on in their hometown,
they've wanted to call their friends and tell them about their newest family member.
This took place inside Women's Hospital. At 7 pounds 4 ounces, little Jody made her way into the world just 6 days after the derailment. 9 News did a story about the Hendersons to let family and friends know they were okay.
It's my little claim to fame, I guess.
Does she look familiar? This is Jody, all grown up 25 years later. She's known around town as Little Derail.
This little town will never forget, you bet that. And we have our special memory too with our little Derail.
Folks who live in Livingston agree September 28, 1982 is a day they will never forget. The train's engineer was accused of being drunk during the derailment. He was found guilty of reckless operation and sentenced to 1 year in prison. George?
Okay, Keitha, your microphone was cut out there for a moment. The name of that engineer was Edward Peyton Robertson. Thank you, ma'am.